We've talked some about the division rules when it comes to powers, so this is part 2 of your division rules. So take a look at number 1, x cubed over x cubed. Well, think about what we know about a fraction where the numerator and denominator are the exact same thing. We know that if, for instance, I had something like 5 over 5, that these are just going to simplify by dividing both the top and the bottom by 5 to 1 over 1, or just 1. So in this case where we have x cubed over x cubed, something over itself, that's just going to equal 1. But I also want you to think about the fact that we know a rule. So if I had something like x to the fourth over x, or x to the first, you could take 4 minus 1 and get x cubed from that rule. So in that case, using the rule, you're taking the numerator's exponent and subtracting the denominator's exponent. Well, if I use that rule for x cubed over x cubed, I would do 3 minus 3 and get x to the 0 power. So what we just found out is x to the 0 power is actually 1. And there's a spot on your notes to write that rule. This is called the 0 exponent rule. And that basically is saying anything to the 0 power is 1. That means even if I took something crazy like 1,476 x to the fifth, y to the negative 93rd, all of that to the 0 power, it's 1. And it doesn't have to get any more complex than that. Let's look at another example, number 2. We have 6w squared over 14w to the negative third, w to the fifth. So just like yesterday, let's make sure to simplify our fractions. So our coefficients 6 over 14, both of those are divisible by 2. So I'm going to get 3 over 7. The w squared, I'm going to leave that where it is. W to the negative third, we're going to move that to the top and make that w to the positive third. And then we can leave w to the fifth in the denominator. So simplifying a little bit further, w squared times w cubed, we know that that's w to the fifth. So we have 3w to the fifth over 7w to the fifth. Well, again, w to the fifth over w to the fifth, something that's the same on top and on bottom, essentially cancel because it simplifies to 1 over 1. So my final answer here ends up being 3 over 7. How about this one here? We have the quantity 4x to the 17th, y to the negative fifth, z to the 0 power over 2x. Well, don't let that intimidate you. It looks like we've got a ton going on in the top, but notice that everything on the top in parentheses is to the 0 power. So all of this, 4x to the 17th, y to the negative fifth, z, all of that is the base to the exponent of 0. So all of that to the 0 power is just 1. And then the denominator is 2x. That's not going to simplify any further, so that's your final answer. Number 4, here's something a little bit different. Here we have a fraction being raised to a power. Well, if in doubt, expand it out. That's what we keep saying. So in my opinion, the best way to figure this out is okay, my exponent is 2, it's touching parentheses. So everything in the parentheses here is the base. So to square it, that means you're going to take 2x over y cubed times 2x over y cubed. We know to multiply fractions, for instance, if I had 1/2 times 3/7, you would multiply across. 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 7 is 14. So we're going to do the same thing here. You multiply across. So 2x times 2x, I can multiply 2 times 2 and get 4. X times x, that's x squared. So 4x squared over y cubed times y cubed. If we can't remember what to do there, remember you can expand that. So 6y's multiplied together, so that's going to be y to the 6th. We want to do a double check. It doesn't look like anything else can simplify, so that would be our final answer. 2 problems left. Again, if you're feeling brave and you want to try them out on your own, go for it. Number 5, let's see, inside the parentheses, all of this is the base to the 3. Now, I could jump ahead and I could just start cubing this, so I can multiply this together 3 times. But what I've noticed is I have 4 over negative 2. That's something that can simplify. And then x to the 7th over x to the 9th. That can simplify as well. So thinking about PEMDAS, parentheses comes before exponents. So why not simplify what's inside first? So 4 over negative 2 is just negative 2. And you can put the negative on top or on bottom. It's not going to matter. And then x to the 7th over x to the 9th, we have 9 x's multiplied together on the bottom. Picture that expanded, 7 of them on top. So 7 pairs are going to cancel out, and you're going to have x squared left over in the denominator. Then that can be what you cube. And that just makes it a little bit easier. We've done some simplifying before expanding it out. So then when I want to expand it, I would do negative 2 over x squared times negative 2 over x squared times negative 2 over x squared. Or really what you're doing there is negative 2 cubed, and then you're doing the denominator, x squared cubed. So when we are cubing a fraction, you're just cubing the top and cubing the bottom. So negative 2 times negative 2 is 4, times negative 2 again is negative 8. X squared times x squared times x squared. Remember, x times x times x times x times x times x, and that's going to be x to the 6th. That negative could be on top, it could be on bottom, it doesn't matter, but that's our final answer. The last one is a challenge one. I just wanted to see what you would do with this one. It's different because we have a fraction being raised to a negative exponent here. So unfortunately, inside the parentheses, there's nothing that I can do to simplify it. So I'm just going to have to start working with the negative exponent. Well, we learned that if you have something to a negative exponent, let's say a to the negative b power, that's the same as 1 over a to the positive b power. So we could rewrite this as 1 over y squared over x to the positive 4th power. So if I wanted to, let me fix that so you can see it a little bit better. I could go ahead and I could expand this, so I could have 1 over, and I could write y squared over x times itself, a total of 4 times. So we would have 1 over y squared times y squared times y squared times y squared. I'm going to add 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. So we're going to get y to the 8th power over x times x times x times x is x to the 4th power. Now the one thing that's not allowed, we can't have a fraction inside of a fraction. So think about what we're doing here. We have 1 over or divided by a fraction y to the 8th over x to the 4th. Remember, copy, change, flip. 1 divided by y to the 8th over x to the 4th is the same thing as 1 times the reciprocal, x to the 4th over y to the 8th. Multiplying by 1 doesn't change anything, so your final answer ends up being x to the 4th over y to the 8th. That's our final answer. I'm going to show you a quick shortcut. Same problem, y squared over x to the negative 4th power. Here's your shortcut. If you have a negative exponent to a base that is a fraction, your shortcut is take the reciprocal of the fraction, x over y squared, and just raise that to the 4th power. So that's going to be x over y squared 4 times multiplied together, x across 4 times multiplied together, that's x to the 4th, over y squared times y squared times y squared times y squared, that's y to the 8th. We get the same answer, x to the 4th over y to the 8th, as we did on the last page. Go ahead and do your Schoology problems, and let's see how you do.